Montez at midday. How are we doing, good people? As we are here for the people. I'm here for the people. So how y'all doing, good folk, good people? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope your weekend went better than good. This is a very short week, as a lot of folks have people in town. They out of town. Nobody's really working, so work production will be down. Keep that in mind. Work production this week will be down. I honestly think last week was probably the last working week of people that work for them people into the first of the year. Like honestly, I think all there's no real work going on no more for those people that work in corporate America. Certain areas of corporate America. But to the rest of you, how's you doing? If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to the twins. That's right. Artie and Annie, the folks of Kilroy's. Happy birthday to the twins. And if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary today, happy anniversary to you. If you are at a milestone of something in your own personal life, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. And if you're on vacation right now, or you're out day drinking with some of your family members, or you're new to town and you found yourself on this page of this show, welcome to the look. Yeah, that's one thing I do miss, man. Working downtown St. Louis, man, selling the city, talking about this city. No matter what they talk about on the negative side of this town. Everybody has negativity. I don't care where you live at. Every town, every city, every neighborhood, every family, everybody ain't perfect. Love what you have. Love where you live at. Appreciate it. But this city here is very, very special to me. And I love talking about this city. There's so much to do. So many places to go. The adventures in the daytime versus the adventures at nighttime are pretty much the same to me, especially since I lost my vision. But for my vision, but for the most part, I love this damn city. No football team, no NBA team. I don't care. I still love the city. Considering what happened yesterday, I'm quite sure that a Cowboy fan will be getting sent home early today from work. I bet a Cowboy fan wore an entire Cowboy uniform to work today in the St. Louis region. Prove me wrong. But for the most part, it was a very, very interesting weekend. From everything that evolved in sports and entertainment, the parade downtown, a concert went on here. I still wouldn't recognize that young lady if she walked in this place right now, unless that's really the color of her hair. I wouldn't know who she is. It was a very, fulfilling weekend compared to everybody's responses and posts on social media. Again, shout out to Outpost Coffee and Bricks over in Central West End. Last Thursday, we were there for an amazing show. I'm still getting feedback from that. If you have not been yet, do yourself a favor and check it out at 4630 Lindo, Outpost Coffee and Bricks. Before we get into the show, I would like to read something to you. I found this out about maybe 25, 30 years ago. I found this out. And 90 years later, we're still talking about it. And certain sports stories, I like the way it's presented. Any baseball story that's told by Ken Burns, watch out. Any NFL films and the Sables are involved, get out the way. Certain things I need that voice. MLB, give me Ken Burns and give me Vince Scully any day of the week. Any day of the week. They just know how to tell the story the right way. How to get you looking at the radio like the person is right in front of you. I miss me some Vince Scully. So without further ado, let me tell you about this story. It's a true story, by the way. I find it very, very fascinating. I told this story years ago. my days of day drinking over in Bell Vegas. Shout out to my people, the crew over at the Office Lounge in beautiful downtown Bell Vegas. It's about Babe Ruth. In 1935, against the Boston Braves, when he was playing for the Boston Braves, they were 8-19. In 1935, Babe Ruth was playing for the Boston Braves. They were 8-19. On May 25th, 1935, he was 40 years old, and they were playing Pittsburgh at Forbes Field. At the time, Forbes Field was this crazy, massive ballpark. He was batting 153. Babe Ruth was batting 153. On that day, he had home run 712, 713, and in the seventh inning, on a 3-1 pitch, he hit the very first ball out of Ford Fields in right field for home run 714. As he made it past the pitcher, he told the pitcher, boy, that really felt good. He played 5 more games, and Babe Ruth retired. We're still talking about that 90 years later. Never saw the man play, obviously, but I've read enough books. I've seen enough documentaries, enough movies. I feel as though I met Babe Ruth at one time. I really feel like that. You ever feel like you met somebody and you know for a fact there's no way possible you could have met them? Like, I don't know about you. I think every kid in St. Louis felt they was on that 1982 World Series team. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Boy, oh boy. Well, if you're just tuning in, how are you doing today? And we're going to get into what happened on Saturday. College football. Oh, I've met a lot of people that don't like college football but like the NFL. That is the dumbest shit ever. It's like wearing a condom with your wife. There are people that do that. Not up in here. Not up in here. But college football Saturday did not disappoint as we had another exciting episode of Iceberg Cooler Concepts.com presents Six Pack Saturday, and the 6 games that we had on the slate for Saturday was Oklahoma, Mizzou. We also had USC, Oregon, Arkansas, Texas, Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, BYU, Cincinnati, Tennessee, at Florida. Those were the games that we watched on Saturday. The day started out promising. I don't know how you start your Saturday to watch college football. A walk, breakfast, a little lovemaking, good cup of coffee. I don't know how you start your day. But the way the day starts and the way the day ends is totally different across the board. I don't care who you are. They're not the same. The excitement that you have waking up on Saturday, get ready for an all-day adventure of watching college football. The ups and downs, the highs and the lows, the food, the drinking. Power nap, yes or no? We did not power nap through Saturday at all. But we started off with the Mizzou-Oklahoma game. M-I-Z, C-O-U. Very promising start for Mizzou. The first 8 minutes, the way they went down that field, Oklahoma had on those hideous uniforms. Spelled disaster the way that game started. Oh, boy, was I wrong. Oh, boy, was I wrong. It's like something changed after Mizzou. The first 13 minutes of the game, Mizzou was in that thing. They were right there. And then something happened. Something happened. But still, for Mizzou to have that many games at home, and this is probably the 3rd Mizzou game I've watched this year. That's probably the most in history since the days of Corby Jones back in the day. Uh-oh. But Oklahoma pulled that one out. That's what she said. Next up, USC at Oregon. Oh, boy. Now, we just finished the documentary, Cocaine Quarterback, which is telling the story of the backup quarterback at USC, during their championship run in 2005 when Pete Carroll was the coach and Matt Leinart was the starting quarterback. So it's fitting that USC is in the discussion of being a good football team again. They're relevant again. But Oregon had other plans. Everybody was at that game, from Marcus Mariota to Sabrina Ionescu, and other celebrities were there. And apparently, whatever's in the air in Oregon, everybody was feeling it. But that football team was ready. That's not the same Oregon team that lost to Indiana. Good win by Oregon. Next up, we had Arkansas at Texas. Archibald Rufus Mohammed Manning went in the bag. He went in the bag this weekend. He is the second athlete I will talk about today, whom I mentioned last week need their father at the game. Not your grandpa, not your uncles, not your grandma, not your mama, not your aunties, but your daddy. And guess who was in the stand? Archibald's daddy. This man threw a touchdown, caught a touchdown, made a key block on an interception, made the young man fumble, threw over 300 yards again. See, the hype at the beginning of the season, I think, was a little overwhelming for Archibald. But now he has settled down. But on the other side of this, Arkansas did not give up. Kay Johnson put a run on the quarterback for Arkansas that's very impressive. There were one or two plays away from that game being a overtime game of the week. But Texas did prevail. What a game. Next up, we had Pitt at Georgia Tech. This the game right here that pissed everybody off. Georgia Tech went, it was 28 to nothing. When it was 21 to nothing, I got up. Less than 3 minutes came back, it was 28-0. What in the? And then by the time they wanted to play ball, they couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the run. Maybe they'll get some more help, but they really had it wide open to be in the conference championship. But Pitt, way to play one hell of a game. Next up, we had Tennessee at Florida. So for the first time since 2003, we could protect the swamp against Tennessee. And as a Florida football Gator fan since 98, it did not sit well with me. The way we were playing, the body language, the attitude. That's not Florida Gator football. I may not get the job. They may have never heard of me, but I'm going to apply. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? Hello? Mr. Montez, this is University of Florida Athletic Department. Uh-oh. Good win by Tennessee. Good win by Tennessee. And the nightcap, BYU at Cincinnati. Look here, if you don't watch Big Noon Kickoff on Fox, they were at Cincinnati this past week for their college game day. Mark Ingram II, his personality, his energy, the way he interacts everywhere the Big Noon goes, this young man gets it in with the people. He is really there to entertain the people, and he knows his football facts, especially on the collegiate level. But BYU was ready. But here's what I did not like. I didn't like the chant that the student body was saying to BYU. Do you know who BYU is? BYU has generated and raised more money than any college that you can think of, especially this year. When the young man's wife was killed by a drunk driver at Texas, at the barber for the football team, they raised so much money for that cause. BYU did. And what BYU did for the students of Cincinnati that said, F you, BYU, they donated 27,000 pounds of food to their food pantry. Huh? Come on now, BYU. So with that being said, now we know what happened on Saturday on icebergcoolerconcepts.com. 6-pack Saturday. Now, the new top 10 is out in college football. Uh-oh. We have The Ohio State University at number 1. Indiana, Texas A&M, University of Georgia, UGA, Oregon or Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, the Red Raiders, Oklahoma, Boomer, Zoomer, Notre Dame, and Bama. That is right there, your college football. Little recap in the system right there. Little recap in the system. Again, if you're just tuning in, hello to you good people. I hope everyone is doing well. Hey. Hello, StreamYard. Hello, Facebook. Hello, TikTok. Hello, YouTube. By the way, follow the YouTube page, Dre Montez 63. TikTok, Dre Montez 63 as well. We post periodically on Robot, Bot, Twitter, X, at W2B Dre Montez. On Facebook, we have a page, Who's to Blame? Instagram, Who's to Blame? The podcast. And also we write up under Dre Montez as well. So several ways you can follow the show. And obviously, you can go through my city, mymusic.com, Dre Montez. Get you up to date and caught up on everything. Of course, some recorded episodes are there as well on Spreaker for you listening pleasure people. All right, boys and girls, we have a sponsor now for the list. We have a sponsor for the list. Yeah, buddy, we're not messing around. But before then, I want you guys to go see my boy John Gibbs at Don Brown Chevrolet, 2244 South Kings Highway. New or pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. This is your guy. Even if you're not buying a vehicle, send some folks his way, and he would take care of you. Hashtag the STL Truck Hillbilly. Yeah, buddy. For the holidays, I'm gonna help you guys out. I'm in a giving mood. Dre Montez in a giving mood. Hear me out. If you're not buying a car, but you know somebody that's buying a car, Jesus bless you. And you know somebody that's buying a car or wants to buy a car, send them to Don Brown Chevrolet at 2244 South Kings Highway and ask for the STL Truck Hillbilly. Yeah, or John Gibbs at Don Brown Chevrolet. I'm going to give you $200. Do it. Something for the holidays. Huh? Help me get a new PS5. Help me. Help me. I want to be a little kid this Christmas. I'm going to buy a Christmas tree. I've never had a Christmas tree by myself. I'm excited. I want to do kid things. I'm going to open up a gift the night before. And then the day of Christmas, I'm going to play my video game all day, just like we did when we were kids. So there you go, guys. Got the list coming up now. Brought to you by and sponsored by the STL Truck Hillbilly, baby. Yeah, get on down to Don Brown Chevrolet today. And the list is basically some things that I don't want too much conversation on it, but I think it needs a little antidote, so to speak. So here we go. The disrespect in college football. What I mean by that, the job offers that are coming off during the season. Can you imagine? I don't know if you've been recruited for a job or have you went after a job before and you wanted this job. You learned everything about the company. You appreciate everything about the company, what it had, the offers, the pay, everything was in the lap of you. And then the company decides to move. That's kind of how I feel what these incoming college players are going through. You've been talking to somebody for years about going to this institution. You're all set to go. Parents on board. Everybody's on board. Then the coach gets fired. Or they're trying to pull the coach away from that program into another program. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem when they do it. Why can't they recruit or go after coaches after the season? After the season. They already said kids don't know how to make up their mind. It gets even more complicated when you do that. That made the list for sure. Mm, mm, mm. Pre-holiday celebrations. What I mean by that, Thursday is Thanksgiving. How many of you celebrated Thanksgiving last week? I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that many people celebrated Thanksgiving weeks before the actual date. I was even told, Dre, is just food. What? I didn't know that was a thing at all. So televisions are more affordable than cell phones. Make it make sense to me, Daddy. Cell phones cost over $1,000. How? What? How? I think we need to go back to the minute plan, flip phones. I don't think this is what we signed up for. Have you seen the cost of a cell phone? And I see people with cell phones with no case. So anything over $1,000 is a felony, right? So if you throw your cell phone at somebody, is that a felony? I'm asking for a friend. Mm, mm, mm. Everybody get caught up in different TV shows. Most people call it binge watching. I can't do the week to week. Let it be done. Let me get it over with. So I did that, and I don't know why. I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. I've talked to a few people about this in public. Shout out to the counselor. I bugged him about it a little bit. And Maggie. The Diplomat on Netflix. Lord have mercy. I have so many, Miss Clifton. I have so many questions. Like season 1 and 2, we were fine. Then season 3 turned into House of Cards. What? How? What? I do believe watching these political shows, whether it's the West Wing or up to now, all these political shows I have watched, I think there are people like that for real in the White House. I really do. Look, every time somebody dies in politics, in my sick mind, I think, something's about to happen. I don't know why, but the Diplomat, they got me. This is beyond yelling at the TV. You ever argue with yourself? You're questioning what are we doing, Dre? I mean, when the show ended, it was like, you got to be kidding me. From episode 1, season 1, to the last of season 3, that episode, you trying to tell me? Keep it moving, Dre. And then I thought I would cure it all by watching Apple TV's Pluribus. Did you watch episode 4? I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to tell you that. Just watch episode 4. Just, Carol, you a damn Karen. Carol, you my girl. And we all know what I love to watch on Sunday mornings, CBS Sunday morning. They were talking about one of my favorite foods, Korean fried chicken. Boy, did you hear them people crunching? That's when you know you got some good Korean fried chicken. You got that crunch. Boy. Whew. Next up on the list, this is a question for the men only. Men only. Men only. Especially men over 40. Men over 40, get in here. Men over 40, get in here. Got a question for you, and I'll let you get back to work. Get in here. Men over 40. Yes, you too. Men over 40. Do you say mommy and daddy, or you say mom and dad? You say mommy and daddy, or do you say mom and dad? How do men over 40, how do you talk to your parents? Do you call them mommy and daddy or mom and dad? Let me know. And when I was watching college football Saturday, I saw a lot of this with the body language going into the locker room for halftime. And it had me think of the movie, The Replacements with Gene Hackman and Keanu Reeves, Jimmy McGinty, and Shane Falco. A lot of teams needed that speech, and a lot of teams needed a Shane Falco, and it was missing. I thought about that. If there were backups in real life, I love that commercial. If there were backups in real life, what would you use a backup at? Where would you use a backup at? Where? Where would you use a backup at? I tell you where they needed one at. Notre Dame-Syracuse game. Oh, my God. You know why that game made the list? Let me tell you why I made the list. If I was Syracuse coach, if any woman is sleeping, gave any sex to any of those football players over the weekend, shame on you. If you slept with a Syracuse football player after that Notre Dame game, shame on you. Shame on you. Sex should be a reward. It was 21-0 in the first quarter. They scored on a pick six, a block punt, and a pick six. They only had 5 offensive snaps. 15 plays, the kid's about to go crazy, for 67 yards. The running back had 8 carries for 171 yards. Notre Dame only had the ball for 16 minutes. Syracuse had the ball for 43 minutes and 59 seconds. The final score was 70-7. The last time they got beat that bad, it was 1893. That was 132 years ago. We'll still be practicing. Stand on one foot. Doing a crate challenge. Doing the glass challenge. I would. My coach is going to practice. That is not acceptable. There is no way. They lucky they don't break. There is no way in the hell that is still that is, I had to put that on the list. And this is very important. I had to put this on the list before we get into what happened in football yesterday. I want you to pay attention. Men and women, pay attention. This is the holiday week. Last Thursday, we gave instructions on cooking food, cooking your first turkey. But now, let's not mess this up. Today is the day you got to make the call to your side piece. That this is your first year doing this. If it's your first year having a side piece, today is the day to make that phone call. You do not want to have your Thanksgiving day ruined. So call your side dude, side chick. Today is the day. Do not wait till tomorrow, Tyrone, Todd, Rebecca, and Stephanie. Make the calls today so there's no issues on Thursday. Oh, you're going to like this one, too. This had to make the list. LA Dodger Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts is really named after Mookie Blaylock. Mookie Blaylock was one hell of a basketball player. Mookie Blaylock, Mookie Betts' real name is Marcus Lynn Betts. And the acronym is MLB. You tell me his parents didn't know what he was going to be when he grew up, huh? Mama saw the future. What I'm talking about. Here's another important one I think need to make the list. I hear a lot of people having this conversation when I'm ear hustling. The work for self-talk. You got to do it. A lot of people want to work for themselves. They think so. They think they do. What's going to be your work schedule? How much are you going to pay yourself? If you hire employees, how many are you going to hire? Is an idea, a product, or a service? Are you going to wear a work uniform? What's your company motto? You going to work from home? Who told you you could do this? Do you need money to start your own business? These are questions you got to talk to yourself about. There's a lot of books on it now. But can you imagine doing this 20, 25, 30 years ago when the thought process came in people's head? I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to do it. I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to tell you this right now. Trial and error is true. But it's like I was telling someone yesterday. Why do I got to put my hand in fire to know it's hot? Why must I fall off the bike to know it's going to hurt? Why can't we prevent all that shit? You know, kids between the ages of 2 and 8, those are things we say, no, leave him alone, let him learn. He'll learn. She going to learn. What? No. Why must you fall off the top bunk to know that's going to hurt? That's the part of life I do not like. But you got to have that talk with yourself if you're thinking about working for yourself. I'm not trying to discourage you, but just have that talk with yourself. Like Ja Morant. I want to sit right across from Ja Morant. No cameras, no microphones, just two men talking. Ja, what do you want to do? What is the biggest misconception of you? Tell us, because I want to know what's going on. From the body language to the videos to you speaking, I have questions. I'm not pointing the finger. I'm not saying you're wrong or he just young. No, I'm not doing that no more. No, I'm not doing he's just young no more. They just young. Or that's what they do. I'm not doing that no more. No. I want to hear him talk. I want to hear him say it. Use your words. That's what I want to hear. I'm tired of this. Well, Ja Morant, he's not being what the NBA needs. He dropped the ball down there in Memphis. All he's doing is sitting on a bench and being a constant reminder of wasted talent. I'm tired of that phrase too. We don't know what Ja wants. We're just speculating, which is what we always do all of the time. I keep seeing all of my former softball teammates and people that I know posting pictures of them out hunting. Well, I want you to know this. Montez loves deer jerky, burgers, and steaks. Hint, hint. Hook a brother up. That's the one thing I do miss about playing softball. My hunting softball buddies that I always give Dre smoke deer meat. I missed it on deer meat. I'll tell you that right now. I missed it on deer meat. So there you have it, kids. That was the list. And the list was sponsored by the STL Truck Hillbilly. You can find them at Don Brown Chevrolet at 2244 South Kings Highway. New pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. This is your guy. Tell them Dre Montez sent you. Go over there and see my dude at Don Brown Chevrolet. The STL Truck Hillbilly sponsored the list. Well, without further ado, you know what time it is now. I bet it was a lot of this going on yesterday. That's all I know. I bet it was a lot. Let me find it. Let the old man find what he got to find, people. Let me find what I need to find. Where is it? What did I do with it? I lost it. Oh, there it is. All right, there we go. It is what I like to call Furniture Moving Monday. Being brought to you by its sponsor, St. Louis Best Moving LLC. Residential or commercial, let them do the work. 314-669-5971. Call the boys, call the crew, because it's Monday and it's furniture moving time. And what do I mean by that? Did you watch any of the NFL yesterday? If your furniture is still where it's at intact, I got to come to your house and see how you put that in the floor. Now, for the early games, I stayed home at the compound. But I went out to watch the second half game just to do some people watching for a particular game. And I tell you, it did not disappoint at all. I don't think football disappointed me at all this weekend, even though my Gators lost and my Broncos won a bye. But I still showed some love. So yesterday we started off with the first game, the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Football Chiefs. And let me tell you this, for the very first time, I state your name, Dre Montez, did not see one thing the officials did wrong in that game yesterday. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I got a little upset on the roughing the passer when the little fat guy fell on Patrick Mahomes. But hey, you can't shift that much weight mid-flight. But as my son told me, Pop, they calling it everywhere. I know. But the referees, they did a great job officiating that game. Indianapolis Colts, on the other hand, they shat the bed yesterday. They got nervous putting the corsage on the girl with big boobies, it looked like. You know, when you were in high school, you had to put the corsage up there by boobies and you'd be like shaking and stuff. That's how they worked the play call. I think we gave Indiana Jones a little bit too much credit because yesterday he had to do what? Play football. He had to read the defense. The offensive coordinator. What was up with that play call in the second half? What happened? The running game last week for you guys was spectacular, but look who you were playing. You had Kansas City right where you want them. What coach say? Keeping the field goals. What were you doing? Keeping them to field goals. But what happened? What happened? You got nervous. You got nervous. The play calling affected the outcome. The running plays at the time they were running the ball in the second half, ill-advised. Ill-advised. I still don't think the Chiefs are quite there. It was a good team win that they had yesterday. Good team win the last two games they've had. I get it. You need those type of wins. Those type of wins kind of spark a team a little bit. It's like when I played softball. When you win a game 9-7, but the game before you win 22-8. You got to make it make sense. Next up on the docket, we had Seattle at Tennessee. What they put in Sam Darnold's water? How can he's a good regular season player. He was dropping the ball in the basket yesterday. Tennessee, they had a little hope and promise on a special teams play. I think Tennessee can be maybe a 7-10 team next year, and then possibly get into a wild card formation after that. I think they need some help through the trade, in the draft, and they need some coaches that can coach up the talent that they have. They have a lot of young talent on that team, but they need coaches to go with it. Minnesota at Green Bay. Things are going bad in Minnesota real fast, huh? No, that's the quarterback you said you wanted. See, when you get what you want and you still unhappy, I don't get that. Women, can you relate? Green Bay, hey, the purple people eaters got eaten up yesterday by Packers backers. Give me some cheese. Good win by Green Bay. The Jets, the Jets at the Ravens. I don't think Lamar is 100%. Something's off. Something's quite not right. I don't know. I'm going to go back and watch the game again in its entirety after the show today. But something is a little off with Lamar Jackson. But that was a good game as well. Jets, hey, you had that little promise yesterday. I think the Jets' issue is history and ownership. I really do. I think that's their issue. This may have been the game of the day. The Giants at Detroit. Jameis Winston. I had the opportunity to be in the presence of Jameis Winston when he was in college and the whole crab leg incident happened. It was a crazy time, but he is a very, very talented athlete, from baseball to football. The young man can play any sport you want to. A lot of guys that come out of the South can do that, can play multiple sports. His personality has always been that way, But when you get labeled a certain way for so long, a lot of people get stuck to that. But when he finally got a chance to let you know who he is, he's like a sponge now. Everybody's gravitating to him. And getting the opportunity now to start for the New York Football Giants due to the injuries at the quarterback position. Yesterday, Jameis was having fun playing football, throwing the ball, running, catching the ball, scoring a touchdown, celebrating with his teammates on the sideline, having fun with the people on the stand, having fun with us at home. But the Giants defense forgot to put in linebackers. The linebackers forgot how to tackle. But on the other side, Jahmyr Gibbs saved Jared Goff's NFL career. I think if they would have lost that game yesterday, Jared Goff would have been subject to being benched. Conversation would have changed about Coach Campbell. But Jahmyr Gibbs, I believe he's from St. Louis. The way that young man can find the hole and the way he can hit that clutch and find another gear, the angle that man had on him on that 67-yard touchdown, there's no way he should have been able to tackle him. He had the perfect angle. That kid is fast. I don't think Detroit realized what they have. I'm not comparing him to number 20. That's this completely different running style. What I'm saying moving forward, if Detroit don't secure the bag with that young man, there are GMs, offensive coordinators, quarterbacks, teams looking at him, licking their lips. That's what we need right there. Boss, go get him, no matter what it takes. Now remember how the NFL feels about running backs right now. Oh, they're too much damn money. They're too much damn money. Because every time they get the bag, what happens? Some get torn. Or they do something stupid and do what, Dre? Get married. They go to the neighborhood. They go to the neighborhood right there. There it is. But this young man is exciting to watch. He kind of reminds me of Reggie Bush a little bit, the way he finds holes. And he hits that gear, hit that clutch, he gone. That was one hell of a game yesterday. I don't know why the Giants didn't kick the field goal to be up 6 instead of going for it. Why? Coach said never take points off the board. You put points on the board. Why are they doing everything that's opposite of what the coaches always say? That's why people get fired. Hello, America. Next up, Pittsburgh at Chicago. Uh-oh. What'd I tell you? I said if Chicago keep winning, them Bears fans going to start dressing like Caleb Williams. I saw on television with my own blind 2 eyes in 4K a group of people with their fingernails and dressed like Caleb Williams with the skirt pants on. I told you. I told you. If you win, it becomes a trend. It doesn't come anything weird. It's a trend. He's trending on his fashion. Let them keep winning. TJ Watt, come here for a second. Come here. The way you body slammed that man in that end zone, you threw him like he weighed 2 ounces. Go back and look at the way he body slammed Caleb Williams in the end zone. I'm surprised Caleb okay. I thought he had a concussion. He slammed him down like Woody from Toy Story. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin. You can't. Aaron Rodgers could have played, people. It was an injury on his non-throwing wrist. That's all I'm saying. The Bears. The Patriots at Cincinnati. Joe Flacco threw a pick 6 yesterday that why did he throw the ball? A pick 6 like that, Joe, what did you see? I mean, you 6'5". What the jerseys look nothing alike. It was the sun in your eye. Well, I don't understand that one at all. Drake May, all he's doing is managing the game. He's doing nothing spectacular. Nothing spectacular. Just managing the game. He's tucking his shirt in his Dockers, and he's putting his loafers on. He's going to work. That's all Drake May is doing. His job, his job. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What he say? What did the young man say? Let me see if I get it right. What did he say? What did he say? I'm the one they've been looking for. Oh, Shedeur Sanders taking on the Vegas Raiders. Myles Garrett, 14 sacks. Well, 18 sacks, 14 over 2 games. 18 sacks on the year. 18 sacks. They had 10 sacks yesterday. 10 sacks yesterday. Oh, my God. What did I say last week? When Shedeur lost that game, when the Browns lost that game last week, he was sitting on the bench by himself. I said to myself right there, he needs his daddy. I said, let Prime show up at that game. Who showed up at the game? Some athletes need their family. We talked about Giannis. We talked about Archibald Muhammad Manning. Some athletes need their parents. They need their family. Not FaceTime, not a phone call, not a text message. I need to see you. The man has never played ball without his daddy. Think about that for a second. He has never played football without his father. And you expect him to just go out there and play? Damn, not practicing with the first team. You want me to do this without my father? Okay. The Raiders fired Chip Kelly. Chip, if we go back to college, we can't work them kids out like the way you did O'Regan. We can't do that no more. We cannot bring in ex-military SEALs and Rangers to help you train the football team, okay? So, Chip, if we do go back to college, got to be at the best behavior. Let me go back to one more game here. In that Giants-Detroit game, the Giants had 10 catches over 20 yards. Jameis was showing out yesterday. Showing out. Jacksonville, Arizona, another overtime throw. Jacksonville got something. Sunshine and Etienne, they have something. The defense needs to come around a little bit more, but Jacksonville is working on something. Even though it was against Arizona, still a damn good game. I thought that was going to be a pass interference in that last play, but it was not. Philadelphia at Dallas. It was 21-0. I was at the bar. There were Dallas fans there and Philly fans there. Dallas fans there and Philly fans there. The Philly fans were feeling it. They were in it. They were, yeah, we got this. Then Dallas started coming back. And as Dallas was coming back, a Dallas fan said, Dre, I'm clapping, and that's not my hand. I've never heard a grown man say that before. But Dallas Cowboys, you deserve it. Emotional win last week, and yesterday was just straight up dominance. He just took the game from Philly. Saquon for what? I don't know what's going on with the running game. I'm not blaming Jalen for nothing. I gave him 21 points. Defense, when are you going to do your job? Huh? Come on now, defense. The nightcap. After that game, we had Atlanta, New Orleans. I don't know how the hell Atlanta won that game, but they did. Next up, we had Tampa Bay at the Rams. Aaron Donald showed up. Gave the defense a little oomph. And I got that defense in fantasy football, but did it help me? Not at all. I lost 138-97. I may retire from fantasy football in the Friendlies Fantasy Football League. That right there was Furniture Moving Time and Monday. It was brought to you by St. Louis Best Moving. You know, if you need some moving done, call them people, let them do it. Don't move yourself. Have somebody else do it. Huh? St. Louis Best Moving LLC, 314-669-5971. Uh, uh, Well, boys and girls, children of all ages, I would like to thank you all for tuning to today's show. It was a lot of fun. It's a very short holiday week. So enjoy your family. Don't forget to thaw the turkey out, people. Okay? Take your time. Don't forget to make the phone call today. If it's your first time with a side chick or a side dude, make the call today about Thursday because we don't want no problems. Who that? Mama, who that lady out there with daddy? All right, kids, we're going to get some music and get out of here. And you crazy kids, go have some fun. Do what's good for you. As tomorrow we go down to the VA and see up with the good people and see what's going on. So you folks here on StreamYard, let's say goodbye to you. And we will see you Wednesday. Same time, same bat channel here at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Take you right on up to 1 p.m. with the show. Until next time, we will holler at you later. I am trying to find my thing. Don't call it the thing, Dre. Where the hell is it at? Oh, there it is. All right, kids. We will see you later, StreamYard, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Until next time, peace out, good folk, good people, and let's get the music going.